country in Africa. We are also one of the most active when it comes to digital engagement. With over 220 million people, social media has become an essential part of our daily lives. According to the Global Works Index, as reported by Business Insider Africa, Nigerians rank first in Africa and second globally in terms of daily social media usage, spending an average of 3 hours and 46 minutes online. Platforms such as Facebook, X, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, etc., have become indispensable to millions of our people. These platforms are not just tools of communication, they are ecosystems that influence our politics, shape our public opinion, drive entrepreneurship, and provide avenues for education and entertainment. However, Mr. President, despite the enormous user base and the value generated from the Nigerian participation, these multinational corporations have no physical offices in Nigeria. This stands in sharp contrast to their presence in other countries such as United States of America, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, India, Singapore, Australia, where they maintain offices to address regional concerns, manage content policies, and build partnerships. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the absence of physical offices for these social media giants in Nigeria presents major challenges, including 1, limited local representation. The lack of a local presence creates a disconnect between the platforms and their Nigerian user base. Resolving user complaints, addressing regulatory concerns, or managing content moderation issues specific to Nigeria often takes longer due to the geographical and cultural distances. 2, missed economic opportunities. The absence of physical offices has deprived us of numerous opportunities. Economically, it denies Nigeria the benefit of job creation in areas such as customer service, content moderation, legal compliance, and marketing. Imagine the thousands of young Nigerians who could be employed by these companies, gaining valuable skills and contributing to our economy. Technology transfer is another area where Nigeria stands to benefit immensely. Countries like China, South Korea became leaders in electronics and automobile manufacturing by fostering local partnerships with foreign firms and adapting their technologies. If these social media giants establish a local presence, Nigerian engineers, developers, tech professionals will have the opportunity to learn from some of the best minds in the world and adopt cutting-edge technologies. 3, difficulty in redressal. The legal implications of the absence are equally concerning. Without physical offices in Nigeria, enforcing data protection laws, resolving disputes, safeguarding user rights becomes a complex process. This bill seeks to simplify this process by ensuring that these platforms are physically present to respond to the unique needs of their Nigerian users and comply with our laws. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the success stories of multinational companies that have established a presence in Nigeria should serve as an example. Companies like MTN, Shell, Chevron, Nestle, Total have not only thrived in our market, but have also enriched our workforce through job creation, training, and partnerships. Mr. President, this bill, therefore, is not an attack on these platforms. It's a call for equity and fairness. It's a demand for respect and recognition of Nigeria's status as a global leader in digital engagement.
I know the bill, particularly while it was on the lead debate, was a little bit complicated. When you mention something like blockers and all that, the world has gone so digital, and ICT makes more money than the oil industry today. So much so that even with your iPad, with your laptop, the only thing you can provide would be just the address. I think they call it IP address. And and then you go into business and the major means of livelihood. But I have also taken cognizance of the need for, not necessarily for those who are involved in major ICT businesses in the country, like the one you mentioned, Microsoft, and others who have offices here, pay tax, also employ people, and have their presence in Nigeria. Even in the event of infraction of our laws and defamation or slander, otherwise, it will be good to have an address of service if somebody decides to go to court. But blockers are slightly different because they can do their business from their bedrooms, they can do their business from their cars, they can do their business from the plane, anywhere they are. So I think the best thing is for the bill to go for second reading, and after the second reading, while we are at a public hearing, a lot of people could be invited to make their inputs. I'm very certain that by the time it comes back to us for possible passage into law, it definitely would have been different and much more streamlined. But at least the general idea is there, and his job was just to provide the general principles, not necessarily to go into details. So when they go into details at a public hearing, it will be clear. I don't want the world to misunderstand us as if the Senate is trying to gag the social media. No, that is not the intention here. The intention is for tax purposes and also to have a register of, in fact, it's good for them because now with the new tax innovation, if you are not making as a company up to 50 million in a year, you are exempted from taxation. And if you are an individual trader and you don't make up to 1 million, you don't have to pay tax. Or you make 1 million or under, you don't have to pay tax. So for the purpose of tax and for the purpose of clarity of what you are doing and for record purpose, I think this is a good bill. However, I was looking to see whether there is any way it will tend to gag the freedom of expression or tend to stop the business of, in quote, bloggers. There is no such thing. So when eventually it goes to the public hearing, I'm sure we'll be able to cross the T's and dot the I's before it comes back to the Senate. So I thank you for bringing this, distinguished Senator Nedwoko. In the absence of any opposition, those in support that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.